I'm not rich, but I live like a millionaire. No stress, no fear, I don't even care. Life's on me, yeah, everywhere. I'm not rich, but I live like a millionaire. I'm not rich, but I live.
What's up, chat? This is Megan the Unicorn with another colorful conversation. I had a thing today. So Megan the Unicorn doesn't have a whole lot of friends, never has had a whole lot of friends. Don't really know if that's like a neurodivergent thing, because neurodivergency, quote unquote, the term, is fairly new to popular and trending medias, right? But when I hear people talk about it, man, it sounds familiar. Like when you get ADHD and autism, I don't know if I got the things people feel like as a black person and as a black woman. If you smart, then figure that shit out type shit. I got a couple diagnoses, but ADHD and autism is not one, even though I asked to be tested for ADHD. And I believe the medical community failed me, as it mostly does with black women, but it's all good. I've been making it this long and this far, but nevertheless, the point is that I was having a thought today. Like, will I ever be able to have the experience of friendship or partnership, any relationship, where I am accepted completely 100% for who I am? I'm a human being. I got philosophies and domestications that I go in and out of, that I learn from and grow from, and all of the things. So I'm ever growing and evolving. I'm a pretty cool kid, so I know I'm cool to be around, fun to be around. In times past, people were taking advantage of that. Taking people's kindness for weakness. That's not an uncommon thing. But I am a Capricorn, and so I love structure. I love routine. I love stability and security, right? And so I found myself, like most Capricorns, in these structures that in the 3D realm are supposed to provide a level of protection and security and provision. So I was in the military for 15 minutes, fake military. I didn't even get to go to basic training, but that's where I was trying to go so that I could be able to pay for college. I was in religion for a really long time. I was a licensed minister for 3 years before I let my license expire. Long story short, I was looking for tribes. I was looking for people that I could relate to, people that felt like family, people that felt like home, community, right? That's something that I didn't really get to experience just in life, period, not even with my own family. Just simply feeling like an outsider. And so, I remember when I was going through my deconstruction and I started smoking weed again, and my best friend at the time, she was so disappointed in me. And so, using, I guess, her emotions, her disappointment to try to shame me, guilt me out of smoking. And so I had brought it to her because I had been hiding it for a minute. And I'm like, how can I call this person my best friend if I can't even express? She don't even know me for real. And so that ended up destroying that relationship, amongst other things. But I had a moment today where somebody I consider a good friend, I was talking to him about some salacious activities that I have been partaking in for the past couple of days, you feel me? And, she gave her opinion or her thoughts, and not necessarily her opinion about my shit, but just kind of like her thoughts about the overall situation, ideal of what took place and sexuality, all of the things. And so I felt it was necessary to just make sure that I'm clear that regardless to what anybody is saying or doing or feeling about my shit, I am going to do exactly what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, with whom I choose to do it. I'm a pretty disciplined woman. I'm pretty routine. And balance is everything to me. And I actually heard somebody mention earlier this week, like, if you're seeking for balance, that lets you know that, like, to seek for balance is imbalance. It made a little sense to me, but I allow my body to go through whatever emotions it needs to go through to come to whatever conclusions it needs to come to when it comes to certain things. I've lived life as a bigger woman on the plus side. I've lived my life on the slimmer side. I've lived my life full of restrictions. I've lived my life with certain freedoms. And my journey is my journey, and I respect other people's journey for what their journey is. The only time I offer my advice or what I have to say about anybody's situation is when they ask me or when it's presented to me. But I'm not projecting on nobody's shit. And if I do, then my bad, because that's not what I'm trying to do, because I don't want nobody projecting on my shit. So long story short is can we expect anybody in this 3D realm to be able to accept us completely and totally for who we are? Other than our mamas, and our mamas already don't do that shit. I accept my children for who they are. I love them unconditionally, so I really don't have any other choice. I could discard them like other people, but I don't. You know? But with that being said, this has been another Colorful Conversation with Megan the Unicorn. You guys have a last one. Don't stop. Keep going. Whatever your goals are, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And every time I say that, it makes me think of when Obama was running and his slogan was, yes, we can. Yes, we can.